Hey everyone, if you've been a member of my Telegram for longer than 6 months, you'll have seen that we were quite intensely trading altcoins since around Solana was $30. So that's late October. This is where we shared our first setup. And then we progressed to trade pretty much every single level up to, I think the peak was around here, $115 was our final target. And as you can see, Solana finished around $125, I believe, maybe just below or just above. Yeah, about 125.44. Now in this video, I'm going to make it a masterclass. I'm going to break down step by step how that opportunity was initially discovered, how it was traded level to level, and what we do now with all this information we have. So this isn't going to be a structured YouTube video. I'm just going to talk, no script, take you guys through whatever I can, and hopefully you get a lot of benefit out of it. So let's begin. Now, you see from the first image here, we were eyeing up this 1 year range, and we'll start by just talking about that. So for around a year, price was just floating between two levels. Now, the reason this 1 year range is really important is because it tells us about market structure. If you guys don't know how to analyze market structure yet, just cut these levels here and take a look. So market structure, we'll go to the 3-day so we get a bit more history here. Market structure basically tells us what direction the trend is going in. And the simplest way to look at it is moving averages help you identify it somewhat, but the best measure is, how do I get rid of these? Sec. There we go. We'll just do it raw, no indicators. So if we've got a series of highs and, well, lower highs and lower lows. This gives us the clearest indication of bearish market structure because just look, it's going in a straight line down. And then as you can see, the gradient of this line is changing. So the gradient is getting more sideways. When price gets sideways, that indicates that the trend is neutral. The trend is going sideways. And in these sorts of market conditions, the longer the price goes in a certain direction, the bigger the move afterwards is going to be. Because for this entire period of time, interest is leaving this coin. People are either selling or they're forgetting about it and not touching it with intent to come in later. And we get an indication of the levels people don't care about. The reason we know people don't care about these levels is because you don't see any reaction there. So you see price comes down to here, then sets a wall here. So people care about this level because they're buying it here. And we also see that people care about this level here because they're selling there. But outside of that, not much is happening. Maybe this level has some importance, which is the midpoint of the range. That very often happens. But besides that, price is literally just bouncing up and down. And we know that people don't care about these levels. The only levels we might pay attention to are the lower end. Let me move my face so you guys can see prices. The lower end over here, around $15, and then the lowest end here around $10, $9, $8. So the most important levels where you can almost guarantee some sort of reaction will be the top here and the bottom here. The midpoint is just a little bit weaker. It's a little bit less likely to be as powerful as these two. So you can maybe justify this point here and pay attention there. But that's it. That's pretty much all you're paying attention to at this point in time. Now, based off this alone, you can take a really good trade as price approaches this level, expecting some breakout and potential market structure shift. Because if you look at the macro, you can also see this was the last key high that price made in this downtrend. So we break that, and we're starting to see some big reversal in structure. However, it wasn't just this, because what took my trading to the next level, and this happened in, say, 2019, late 2019, where I started to speak to a lot of other traders and get more information into making me a better trader. Because there's the starting point, which for me, that was 2018, 2019. I spent loads of time just trading every single strategy 24/7. I was very systematic. I was very robotic, and I put together something that could make me good money. However, that was it. I was just trading like that, and people were really outperforming me. People I didn't think were as smart as me, people who weren't as good mathematically as me, weren't as good as pattern recognition, or whatever else I wanted to call it. And the key difference was they were using discretion. Now, there's a right and wrong way to use discretion, but the best way to use discretion is to find areas where you have more knowledge than 95% of people and apply that to the market. So one of my mentors told me, listen, you're spending 24/7 consuming yourself with crypto information. You're speaking to other great traders in the space. You are getting access to news 24/7. You're getting a huge, wide net of influence, sentiment analysis via platforms like, let's get this reconnected, via platforms like Twitter. So why aren't you using that? And it all just clicked to me. I can use external factors to increase the probability of my trades playing out. And I'll show you a real example here. So the reason I was so confident, because you guys don't see me sharing altcoin trades much, that's because I know when to trade. The reason I was so confident here is because, let's see, this is October 19th. Let's go back to BTC at this time. I'll show you guys something here. So we take BTC to the exact same point, October 19th. Okay, so pay attention here. Let's delete this chart. Okay, so what do you see here on Bitcoin happening at exactly the same time? Notice Bitcoin's little range here has already broken. Bitcoin's trend has already gone bullish. So the general market has changed its mind. The general market has decided, okay, we're going into a bull trend. And this combined with the fact that the general social media sentiment was very much extremely bullish. We had two strong narratives driving us, the halvening and the Bitcoin ETF. This tells me that the environment is primed for plays like this. This reduces the probability of fake outs and getting trapped in positions and not getting enough follow through, having a lack of liquidity. All of this goes down drastically. So that makes me really confident. And that's why maybe I don't share a bunch of other altcoin setups I see. But when everything lines up, when everything clicks like this, that's when I know, oh, I'm sharing this. I'm going hard on this. That's why at this exact moment, this was the play. Because the overall market has gone really bullish. This hasn't really done what Bitcoin's done. It's been going sideways mostly rather than up properly for a long time. And now this is all about to change. The structure is about to see a huge change. And that's what I was waiting for. So now what happens next? So that was the difficult bit. That really right there is what takes a lot of experience. You guys just need to first go through the process of mastering that first strategy, that first system. This is a breakout using market structure and trend. That's like the system I'm running here. There's a lot more complexity to it, but to put it as simple as possible, that's what's being traded here. And you guys just need to practice that. No discretion, no trying to put two and two together with the markets. Just go trade this on something like the 1 minute time frame repeatedly until inside and out you understand the market psychology around a system like this, and then you can start making the big moves like this. So how do I set targets? How do I set levels? So selling points, it's pretty easy. Now this won't be exact because I'm going to do it in 2 seconds, but I just look at different market structure levels. Where had the price previously made highs and lows? And this will help determine good targets for us to set for the price. So you can see the 115 over there. And let's just go to the 1 day because it helps us choose these a little bit more accurately. And psychologically, it's the $100 level. So this one isn't a key structural level, which is why it's a rare instance where you'll see me have more than one take profit target. And you could also justify this here. So all of these are key structural levels where the price made a lower high or it set some sort of floor, which was a lower low. And that's it. Now what we do is we just wait for confirmation of breaks of each of these levels and we take plays based off of them. The more bullish the conditions get, the more aggressively we bet. And if we see signs that the market structure shifts, so throughout this whole period, Bitcoin was looking amazing. Bitcoin looks amazing nonstop. I'm going to keep trading and I'm going to get more aggressive with my targets. I'm going to skip, say, maybe $76 and go straight to $100. Maybe I'll skip $100 and go straight to 115. These are the sort of plays you can make when the market conditions are in your favor. But this was the peak. This is where I started taking profit. Why? Because Bitcoin was going sideways. Bitcoin stopped doing what it was doing that made me so confident this entire move up. And that's how I knew to exit. It's like, it's not being a genius. It's just trading when it's really obvious and easy. And the only reason I know when it's obvious and easy is because I've had so much experience doing this now. So what happens now that this has happened? Well, there's actually still a lot of opportunity to make money. So for me, I am part-time trading at the moment. I spend about 33% of my time trading, 33% of my time on business, and about 33% of my time on other aspects of my life. Because of this, I trade the strategies that make me the most money and take me the least time. That's my breakout strategies. But 2018, 2019, my best strategies were coming in after the pump. So what I would do is wait for price to pump and then afterwards look for opportunities to make money. You can see it already over here. First, notice the interactions with the previous key profit levels we set. So you can see this here acting as resistance. You can see this here acting as support, resistance here again. And very likely we're going to see support at the $60 level. Every single one of these is an opportunity to buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And this is where it's actually really easy because everyone's like, it's too late to buy, it's going down. Who cares? Look at this. This went up 32%. You could make so much money off of a play like this if you build a system dedicated around it and everyone thinks it doesn't work. This is one of my favorite strategies to run because people get so annoyed. It's like, what are you talking about? Buying Solana, it's already pumped 600%. Why on earth would you buy? Because there's a 30% move I can make profit off there. There's another probably 30% move over here I can make money off of again. And this sort of system can be really powerful. So when it comes to altcoin trading, what I explained to you guys was the high probability breakout play, how you spot those accumulation ranges and then afterwards come in and try to make money. And then what we've got here is what you can do afterwards. Like the pumps happened, cool. This is the easy money. This is where, again, you need practice. You need to understand the system. You need to understand the psychology of both sides of the market. You need to know how you set your levels. Do you want to use Fibonacci levels? Because they work as well. Like, look at this. Price comes down, 236, bounce, money. Price comes down, 382, bounce, money. Price comes down to the 0.5, you bet there's probably going to be a bounce there. Comes down to 618. Notice how that syncs up with the structural level. Bounce, again. All of these use the same principles. It doesn't matter exactly what strategy you use. Just be consistent, practice it, and understand the psychology around these levels, how the market participants interact with it, and you can make a lot of money. So what do you guys do after you've watched this video now? Pick one of the strategies, reverse engineer it, dive down to a time frame like the 1 minute, and then practice, practice, practice. Just take a look at the 1 minute here. Again, what sort of structure do we see forming on the 1 minute? Now, it's a little choppier on the 1 minute, so you can't quite see it as clearly. But again, you can see very similar patterns, very similar psychology forming the previous state of the market here. Price ranges, boom, breakout. Hits this structural level. I wasn't even watching. I was watching this side of the chart, not this side. And you can see, again, acting as a perfect resistance over here, bouncing from here. And again, once we break this level, that's down there as well at about 96.33. And then we've got 96.63 over there. What this does is this lets you take so many trades. Instead, like from here, this is 6 hours of price action. So in 6 hours, you could have taken 1, 2, 3 trades in 6 hours. Versus if you're trading the 1 day chart, you probably need to wait months to get this sort of price action unfold and see this much happening on the charts. So yeah, those would be next steps. Go practice on lower time frames, develop a hypothesis, test it, improve, and keep doing that until you master one strategy. And then once you get it done on the lower time frames, you can start taking it up because what works on the 1 minute won't work exactly the same on the 1 hour, but the psychology is the same. The behavior is the same. The general principles that you learn, the intuition you develop will apply to the higher time frames, and that'll help you become a better trader. You just have to tweak and adjust, and you get a ton of experience really quickly. And also, needless to say, well, sometimes it is needed to say, really cheaply. So don't use a big portfolio for this. Use $100, use $1,000, get a ton of experience, and that'll make you a really good trader. Okay, sweet. Masterclass done. Hopefully you guys get a ton of value out of this.